In this video, I'm going to share with you how you no longer have to be afraid of shadow work, exactly where to start, and by the end of this video, you're going to learn exactly what to do so you can finally start your shadow work journey so there are no more excuses, and that is happening right now. Aloha beautiful soul, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rayanne Chi, energy alchemist and mindset coach. If you are new here today and you want to learn how to master your reality, recognize your infinite potential and manifest greatness through personal growth and spiritual growth, start right now by pressing that subscribe button and also turning on your post notifications so you never miss anything. So with shadow work, okay, so many people get so afraid because they're like, oh my God, am I going to face a demon? Am I going to face some demons? What is going to happen? Well, there are some truths to that because the shadow that you have suppressed, okay, repressed, denied, disowned, feels like a dang old demon. So yes, it can be a little bit scary, but for today, I'm going to share with you exactly where you can start so you no longer have to be afraid when going into and stepping into doing shadow work. So through my own very personal experience and also helping a lot of my clients, there is a prerequisite to shadow work, and that is building your self-esteem. Why you should build your self-esteem? Well, because you are more confident, and that will empower you and give you the courage to finally face those so-called demons. Building your self-esteem is a good way to segue yourself when you are doing shadow work. And this is the experience that I've had, and this is the experience that my clients have had, that before they got into my online program, they felt like they could not do shadow work on their own. And it's because they were missing that key piece, which is the prerequisite, which is building your self-esteem. Another thing about when you build your self-esteem, this allows you to boldly and courageously step into the unknown, which is the shadow work piece, which a lot of people feel scared to get into. Building your self-esteem will also give you the ability to finally honor yourself, honor your time, and also honor the fact that you want to dramatically improve your life by doing shadow work. So this leads us to the question, what can I do to build my self-esteem so that I can boldly and courageously step into and start doing shadow work on myself and finally improve my life? I'm going to share with you two of the most effective ways on building your self-esteem. Like this video if you're getting value so far. Also share this video, and I would love if you could just leave me a comment down below. Any comment will do, okay? Positive comments, okay? Even if you just said hi, as this helps my channel a whole lot. Like, this signals out into the YouTube algorithm and into the YouTube universe, okay, that y'all are engaging with me and this is a good video. So leave me a comment down below. I would really appreciate that. Now let's get back into how can you start building your self-esteem. If you haven't watched my last video about core beliefs, identifying your core beliefs, I'm going to leave that right up here. And the reason why I want you to check out that video after this video is that that's going to give you an idea on where these, but you have to understand, self-esteem is also goes back to limiting beliefs. So this video is going to help you understand and help you identify some of these core beliefs or limiting beliefs, so that way you can understand why you're having to need to work on your self-esteem. And believe me, we all do. Like, I've had my own self-esteem issues in the past, and I feel like 99.9% of us, okay, because we're human beings and we all have something that we don't like about ourselves, and there's something that we want to work on. And so working on our self-esteem is something that we can do even on a daily basis. So the very first thing you want to understand about self-esteem is, again, a lot of this stuff happens in childhood. Like, I get mad sometimes when I do these things because I'm like, damn, y'all done messed me up. You know, it's the conditioning that we get from family members, even as a culture. So self-esteem goes back into your childhood. And if you can go back into your childhood and even begin to identify what was being said to you that made you think that that is true, that's going to give you a key point into today on why it is you feel a certain type of way towards something. And I'm going to tell you from an experience of mine, like I had such bad self-talk, and I know where this came from. And it was something that I constantly focused on. And the more we focus on something, the more it expands. And so this negative self-talk that I had, it was like so many years. I didn't even realize that I was just doing this to myself constantly. You know, it was like, you're not good enough and you need to work harder, and you know, it needs to be more perfect, more perfect, more perfect, more perfect. Oh, you'll never add up to anything. Even though I felt like I was being raised, as in like positively raised, there was a part of me that was, you know, really, really, really negative. Okay. And I will say, like, when comments come my way these days, like negative comments, I say, no one has hurt me more than you. No one has talked smack worse than my own self. So this is something about self-esteem, right? This is why it's so important to even get to building your self-esteem so you can have more confidence, and so that you don't have to doubt yourself anymore, because a lot of the self-doubt comes from this self-esteem issue, okay? So I'm going to tell you that, yeah, it may seem like we all glammed up, you know, looking cute and everything, but it took some time. Like, another thing, it could be a facade, you know what I mean? But I tell you, this is not a facade, okay? Like, I love all of me now, but let me tell you, it took many, many years to get there. And there's still some parts that I'm working on. And I feel like this is something that, you know, is going to be forever. Like, as long as we're still here on the planet, this is something that we're always going to work on. It's not like a one and done thing, you know. It's something that we're constantly going in and even re-identifying, or something that we heard before didn't click and now it's clicking. So the very first step that you're going to do on starting to build your self-esteem so you can start your journey into shadow work is getting an extensive recollection of how it was in your childhood. And this is kind of like an awakening to all the things that you've heard, okay? All the stuff that people have even told you that you've never amount to anything, or this person told you that, you know, you're stupid, or that, oh gosh, you're so dumb that you'll never ever going to make it, right? These are the things that you want to write down, and in detail, write this down on a piece of paper. And then there is power into shredding this up, okay? Once you've written this down and written all the things, then you're on another piece of paper, you're going to write down everything that you want to exchange that piece. Let's say someone told you, oh, you know, I'm so stupid and I'll never amount to anything. On the other side of it, on another piece of paper, what would you like in exchange of that? So you want to have more positive self-talk, of course. That's the example of, no, I can do whatever I put my mind to. I am more focused. I have more clarity. And the negative, okay, the non-productive, the things that take you down and put you in a lower vibration, you're going to want to shred that up, burn that sucker into pieces, because there is power into writing it and then shredding this sucker up, okay, and then burning the heck out of it. And then while you're doing that, imagine the new things that you want to feel about yourself, the new feelings, the new affirmations, positive affirmations that you want for yourself. So the second part of this video is, now with the self-esteem, is a lot of the times you want to make a visual connection. And here's like an irony, or like a paradox, is that Many times, right, what we believe about ourselves becomes a projection, and therefore we feel that other people see us like that as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to, when you start saying, oh, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, you're going to start to make that visual connection on, is it true that that's how people see you? And then from there, you're going to want to change out that visual connection and imagine the other people, okay, seeing you in a different light. Okay, there is so much power into this. Neville Goddard talks about this, where he talks about the end scene. And when you see the end scene, which is just the final result of where you want to go, it has no choice but to be experienced in your reality. This is like the laws of the universe, okay? So if you can see yourself and visualize yourself as in people see you as charming, lovable, magnetic, fabulous, extroverted, fun, loving, all of these positive things, right? If you can see yourself if you can see people seeing you that way, things will start to change within you internally. Because remember, as within, so without. Things always start within us first, and then the outside starts to change as well, because our perception changes. So therefore, the perception on how we see things on the outside changes as well. That is going to be the segue into doing shadow work, so that when you start to do shadow work and you start your journey and you begin to face those so-called demons, it's not going to be so hard for you, because you now have an understanding on why you were so scared in the beginning. Because maybe you were afraid of those so-called demons because you were not ready, because you're still feeling these inadequacies of, I'm not good enough, and oh my goodness. So when you get faced with your demon, it feels very, very scary, because oh my goodness, it's like a whole mirror that is being reflected to you. And if you don't have that confidence, then how would you step into that to begin with? So if you are interested on a more in-depth study into shadow work and an all-encompassing working on your self-esteem, positive self-talk, unleashing your inner magic, recognizing your infinite potential, I will be giving away the first 10 people who sign up today for my online self-study, which I'm going to link down below, 300 off. 300 off is the coupon code that you can put, and you can save $300 for the first 10 people that sign up. Or that's going to be in the description box down below. I'm going to put that down there. And also, you want to stay tuned for my upcoming videos, because I'm going to be covering more ways into how you can start getting into your shadow work journey, so you can finally live authentically, because there is so much aspects of yourself that is hidden and that is in the shadow. All right, so that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, leave me a comment down below. Positive only, okay? If you have nothing nice to say, please don't. But if you want to just say hi, that would be great. I'm very active on here, and I will definitely reply to you. So if you want to even chat in the comments, we could do that as well. So that is it for my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining this community, and everybody else, I love you all so much. Mahalo and aloha.